I know it's an unpopular opinion to hold at the moment. I mean, there's no evidence to support it, science positively decries it, but there's some vestige of hope in me, some repository of faith. I just about believe that there might in fact be life after uni. My undergraduate degree is coming to an end, and a lot of my friends are going on to do masters, PhDs, or further study of some other kind. I'm not. It seems to be expected of you at every level of education that if you can go on to the next stage of academia, then you should. At my school, if you had what they qualified as good A-levels, then it was naturally assumed that you were applying to university. And before that, if you had good GCSEs, then you were definitely applying for said A-levels. Now, I of all people am not denouncing education. I love learning and will sup on books until the devil's demonic domain is well coated in frost. But I do think there is an extent to which traditional academia is wrongly privileged over other forms of gaining knowledge or simply other directions in which you want to take your life. There's a lot about Oxford I love, but I can also definitely hold my own when it comes to hurling insults up at the ivory towers. There can be a level of research you have to complete where the topic is so overread you can't stand to look at it anymore. There's definitely an extent to which certain topics, among them the kind of books I would love to study, are considered too lowbrow to be endured. And finally, after an entire term of exams, I can join that well-known groan that first you learn things in a fairly useful way, and then you learn them for exams. That is, you learn them in a manner which will never be useful in any aspect of your life ever again. I have loved education, but it's time for my real life to begin. I know the working world can be hard to burrow into, and that even when you do find a cave to accommodate you, it doesn't necessarily come with the balloon animals and party hats you'd originally anticipated. I've had jobs where I've had to stand 10 hours a day in uncomfortable shoes, jobs where I've had to teach multiplication to children with very sharp teeth, and jobs in which security has had to be called after customers were caught masturbating in the Egyptology section. Yeah. Basically, I know that even great jobs have really sucky elements, but as I approach being almost 40 grand in debt, I look forwards to that time where I can afford to buy one of the classier brands of pot noodle. I now prostrate myself before publishers and agents and other bookish people begging for a three-legged desk under the stairs and tuppence a week. All my life, I've wanted to be a writer. I've wanted to pen the great American novel, only less American, and on that note, not necessarily so great. More dragons, that sort of thing. I've wanted to feel my name in the slightly raised emboss of a matte finish cover. I realise I don't have an excuse not to write anymore. I shouldn't wait until those exams are over, or until this life event undoubtedly makes me more adept at stringing adverbs together. I'm starting to realise that all those things I dreamed I'd do one day, well, these are those days. It's time to travel, to become crazy YouTube famous, but above all, to write those stories which have languidly been swimming around my brain, doing the backstroke across my cerebral cortex. I've loved my time at Oxford, but now I'm really looking forward to starting the rest of my life. On a quick note, guys, did you know I have a Tumblr? I'm starting to post there more often, and if you get bored of the wait in between videos, that's where you can find some more me. Link down below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.